What if someday you awaken and discover you're completely isolated? Nobody visiting your residence, no telephone rings, no familiar chuckling filling your dwelling. It's a circumstance many individuals confront as they mature. But here's the reality. Being solitary doesn't necessarily mean being forlorn. Consider this. Have you ever observed someone in their 70s or 80s still vibrant, involved and content, while others appear confined in the seclusion and remorse? What creates the distinction? It's not fortune. It's the everyday decisions they implement. In today's presentation, I'm going to reveal 6 powerful routines that can totally transform how you experience growing older. Whether you're residing alone presently or preparing for the future, these habits are the contrast between feeling invisible and feeling accomplished, between merely surviving and genuinely flourishing. And the greatest aspect? Anyone can initiate them immediately. But there's one practice, the most influential of them all, that most individuals overlook, and it might be the solution to a blissful and meaningful existence. Continue with me until the conclusion to discover what it is. Before we begin, take a moment to respond below. What's your greatest concern about aging independently? Your perspectives matter, and sharing them could potentially assist someone else. Now let's commence. 1. Establish a daily routine, the cornerstone of a satisfying existence. Envision awakening each morning with a sense of intention, a motivation to rise from bed, and an arrangement for the day ahead. Now imagine the contrary, waking up aimlessly with no framework, no inspiration, and no clear direction. Which lifestyle would you prefer to experience? A daily schedule isn't solely about occupying time. It's about generating significance. It's about ensuring that every day, regardless of how ordinary, feels like it possesses value. When you grow older, it's simple for time to merge together. Without employment deadlines, household responsibilities, or a hectic social calendar, days can begin to feel vacant. But here's the truth. You remain in command of how you encounter life. Think of a routine as the cadence of your existence. It maintains you centered, provides you vitality, and guarantees that every day has movement and purpose. A morning regimen is particularly powerful. It can establish the atmosphere for your entire day. Rising at the same hour, arranging your bed, extending your physique, enjoying a warm mug of tea while observing the sunrise. These minor actions create stability, comfort, and a feeling of normalcy in an ever-changing environment. Consider William, a 75-year-old retired engineer. After his spouse passed on, he felt utterly disoriented. The residence was silent. The days seemed endless. He arose at unusual hours, skipped meals, and devoted his time sitting before the television, wondering where the hours had vanished. Solitude crept in, and existence felt like it was drifting away. But one day he made a selection. He determined to reclaim control. He began waking up at the identical time each morning, taking a brief stroll in the crisp air, preparing his own meals, and scheduling conversations with his grandchildren every afternoon. The transformation was remarkable. His mind felt sharper, his physique stronger, and suddenly life had rhythm once more. A routine accomplishes something truly exceptional. It returns your days to you. It reminds you that your time remains yours to shape. Even the simplest practices, watering your greenery at the same hour, documenting in a journal before sleep, enjoying music in the evening, can bring a profound sense of comfort, delight, and steadiness. If you've ever experienced like the days are escaping or that life lacks structure, begin modestly. Document a straightforward morning strategy. Schedule time for pastimes. Create a meal pattern. The key isn't to be excessively rigid, it's to be deliberate. Because when you assume charge of your time, you take command of your existence. Your life still has intention, your time still matters, and every individual day is a fresh opportunity to make it meaningful. If you discover these narratives inspiring and they motivate you to take action, please comment 5. If not, comment 0. Your feedback signifies a lot to us. Thank you for your precious time. 2. Prioritize physical movement. One of the largest mistakes individuals make as they age is slowing down excessively. While it's natural for the body to transform over time, staying physically active is the nearest thing to a fountain of youth. It's not just about appearing fit. It's about keeping your physique robust, your mind keen, and your independence undamaged. When you halt moving, you begin losing muscle, flexibility, and energy, which can lead to a decrease in overall wellness. But here's the positive news. You don't need to complete marathons or lift heavy weights to stay active. Simple, consistent movement every day makes a tremendous difference. A short walk, gentle stretching, or even just standing up and moving around frequently can enhance circulation, strengthen muscles, and keep your joints flexible. The aim is to keep your body engaged so that everyday activities like rising from a chair, ascending stairs, or carrying groceries stay easy and effortless. Take Josephine, a 77-year-old retired librarian. After retiring, she became less active, spending more time seated and less time on her feet. Initially, she didn't notice any alterations, but over the years, simple tasks like bending down to retrieve something or walking for extended periods started feeling more challenging. She thought, I'm just getting elderly. But after joining a local walking group and beginning light stretching every morning, she felt a distinction almost immediately. Her energy improved, her posture got better, and she even started sleeping more soundly at night. Physical movement is a daily necessity, not an occasional activity. Even if you have restricted mobility, there are always methods to stay active. Chair exercises, water aerobics, or even standing up and sitting down multiple times in succession can help maintain your body strong and your blood flowing. The key is to make movement part of your routine, just like eating or sleeping. Another advantage, exercise is one of the best ways to safeguard your brain. Studies have demonstrated that physical activity can help reduce the risk of cognitive decline and dementia. When you move, you're not just strengthening your muscles, you're also keeping your brain sharp. You're improving circulation to the brain, reducing stress, and keeping your mind engaged. If you've been inactive for a while, start small. A 5-minute walk, a few gentle stretches in the morning, or a bit of housework that keeps you on your feet. The key is to be consistent. The more you move, the easier it becomes, and before you know it, you'll feel stronger, healthier, and more energized every single day. 3. Stay socially engaged. One of the hardest aspects of aging alone is the gradual reduction of social connections. Friends relocate, family members get occupied with their own lives, and it becomes simpler to spend more time alone. But isolation is one of the biggest dangers to both mental and physical health. Research has shown that loneliness can be just as harmful as smoking or obesity, increasing the risk of heart disease, depression, and even cognitive decline. The good news, you don't have to accept loneliness as part of aging. Staying socially engaged is a choice, and it's one of the most important daily habits you can develop. Even small social interactions, a brief phone call, a conversation with a neighbor, or a friendly exchange at the grocery store, can make a difference in your emotional well-being. Human connection is a fundamental need, and maintaining relationships should be just as much of a priority as eating well or staying active. Take David, an 82-year-old widower. After his wife passed away, he found himself spending more and more time alone, watching TV and waiting for the phone to ring. He told himself that his kids were busy, that his friends had their own lives, and that he didn't want to be a burden. But as the months passed, he started feeling more and more disconnected, and even the smallest tasks felt overwhelming. That all changed when he made the decision to reach out. He started calling an old friend once a week, joined a local senior group, and even signed up for an online chess club. Within a few months, he felt more alive, more engaged, and more connected than he had in years. Social engagement doesn't have to mean big events or large gatherings. It's about small, meaningful connections that remind you that you're part of something bigger. Whether it's sending a text message, inviting a friend for coffee, or joining a group that shares your interests, the key is to make socializing a daily habit. Even if you don't have close friends or family nearby, technology makes staying connected easier than ever. Video calls, online forums, and social media allow you to engage with others no matter where you are. Many seniors have found that joining online communities gives them a sense of belonging, even if they aren't physically surrounded by people. The world is more connected than ever. You just have to be willing to take the first step. The truth is, loneliness isn't about being alone. It's about feeling disconnected. And the best way to fight that feeling is to make an effort to engage with the world every single day. The more you reach out, the easier it becomes. And before you know it, you'll have a network of people who bring joy, conversation, and purpose into your life. If you find these stories inspiring and they motivate you to take action, please comment 5. If not, comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time. Practice gratitude and reflection. One of the most powerful things you can do every day to maintain a sense of peace and happiness is to practice gratitude. As we age, it's easy to focus on what we've lost: people, opportunities, youth, and even health. But shifting your focus to what you still have can completely transform your mindset. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about choosing to recognize the good that still exists, even in difficult times. The simple act of reflecting on what you're grateful for every day can boost your mood, reduce stress, and even improve your physical health. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of depression and anxiety, sleep better, and feel a greater sense of purpose. And the best part? It's free, easy, and only takes a few minutes a day. Take Martin, a 78-year-old retired firefighter. After losing his wife, he found himself dwelling on loneliness, replaying memories of the past, and feeling like life had lost its meaning. But everything changed when he started keeping a gratitude journal. Every morning, he wrote down 3 things he was thankful for. Sometimes big things like his grandchildren's laughter, and sometimes small things like a warm cup of coffee. Over time, his perspective shifted. He still missed his wife, but instead of focusing on what he had lost, he began cherishing what he still had. Reflection is just as important as gratitude. Taking time each day to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and process your thoughts can help you feel more centered and at peace. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply sitting outside and appreciating the world around you, daily reflection allows you to clear your mind, reduce stress, and focus on what truly matters. If you've never practiced gratitude before, start small. Each morning or evening, take a moment to think about 3 things that made you smile that day. Maybe it's a favorite song, a good meal, or a kind word from a stranger. The more you train your mind to focus on the good, the easier it becomes to find joy in everyday life. Life will always have challenges, but your happiness isn't about what happens to you. It's about how you choose to respond. Make gratitude and reflection a daily habit, and you'll find that even in solitude, you are never truly alone. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. 5. Keep your mind stimulated. One of the biggest errors people make as they age is letting their mind decelerate along with their body. Many assume that cognitive decline is just a natural part of getting older. But in reality, your brain thrives on stimulation. Just like your muscles weaken without movement, your brain can lose sharpness if it's not actively engaged. The good news? You have the power to keep your mind strong, alert, and full of curiosity. No matter your age, keeping your brain active isn't about doing complicated puzzles or learning something overwhelming. It's about engaging in activities that challenge your thinking, introduce new ideas, and keep your curiosity alive. Reading, learning a new skill, playing strategy games, writing, or even having deep conversations are all ways to keep your mind sharp and your memory strong. Take Delaney, a 73-year-old former teacher. After retiring, she found herself watching TV all day, feeling like her mind wasn't as sharp as it used to be. She noticed she was forgetting small things, where she left her keys, what she planned to buy at the store. Worried about losing her mental sharpness, she made a simple change. She started reading again, doing crossword puzzles in the morning, and taking an online class in Spanish. Within weeks, she felt a difference. Her focus improved. She felt more engaged, and she even had new things to talk about when she socialized. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. One of the best ways to keep it active is to challenge yourself with something new. Learning an instrument, trying a new hobby, or even switching up your routine can force your brain to create new connections, keeping it flexible and resilient. And it's not just about mental sharpness. Engaging your brain also helps prevent feelings of boredom and depression. When you're learning, creating, or problem solving, you feel a sense of accomplishment. That sense of progress, no matter how small, gives you a reason to look forward to each day. 6. Find a way to help others. One of the fastest ways to combat loneliness and bring meaning into your life is to help someone else. It might seem like an unusual piece of advice. After all, when you're feeling down or isolated, your first instinct might be to focus on yourself. But the truth is, giving to others can be one of the most rewarding ways to find purpose and joy in your own life. Helping others doesn't have to mean big life-changing gestures. It can be something as simple as checking in on a neighbor, volunteering in your community, mentoring a younger person, or even just offering a kind word to a stranger. The key is to make giving a daily habit, a way to connect with the world and remind yourself that you still have value, wisdom, and kindness to offer. Take Pamela, an 83-year-old former nurse. After retiring, she felt like she had lost her sense of purpose. Her children were grown, her social circle had gotten smaller, and she often spent days without much interaction. But instead of letting loneliness consume her, she decided to start volunteering at a local food bank. At first, it was just a few hours a week, but before long, she found herself looking forward to it every day. She made new friends, felt needed, and most importantly, found a new sense of fulfillment. The simple act of giving creates connection. It takes the focus off your own struggles and shifts it toward making a difference, no matter how small. Whether it's offering advice, lending a listening ear, or even just sharing a smile, helping others reminds you that you still matter. Even if you're physically limited, there are still ways to give. Writing letters to old friends, mentoring younger generations online, or simply being a source of encouragement for those around you are all ways to contribute. The act of giving fills your life with a sense of purpose, keeping your spirit alive and your heart full. 7. Living a meaningful life. Teachings in gratitude, reflection, and giving. Growing older is not just about resting. It is an opportunity to uncover deeper values in life, small things that bring great meaning. As we age, we inevitably face changes in health, relationships, and even loss. However, what truly matters is not what we have lost, but how we choose to perceive and appreciate what remains. One of the most important lessons in life is practicing gratitude. Gratitude does not mean ignoring difficulties or pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, it is about focusing on the good that still exists. When we cultivate gratitude, we realize that we still have so much to cherish. Our health, even if it is not as strong as before. The beautiful memories of family and friends, even if they are no longer with us, or something as simple as a peaceful morning with a warm cup of tea. Try writing down 3 things you are grateful for every day, whether it is a smile, a meaningful conversation, or the comfort of sunshine through your window. This simple habit not only fosters a positive mindset, but also improves physical health by reducing stress and enhancing overall well-being. Alongside gratitude, self-reflection is just as important. In our later years, we have more time to think about our past experiences, the lessons learned from life's ups and downs. But instead of dwelling on regrets, we should focus on how much we have grown, the wisdom we can pass on, and what truly brings us happiness. Taking a few quiet moments each day, whether through meditation, prayer, or simply sitting in silence, helps to bring clarity, reduce stress, and cultivate inner peace. Beyond nurturing our minds and hearts, staying connected and helping others is a powerful way to find joy and purpose. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, can brighten not only someone else's day, but also our own. Checking in on a neighbor, volunteering in the community, mentoring younger generations, or simply offering a listening ear can create a sense of fulfillment and belonging. Older adults carry a lifetime of valuable experience. Why not share it? A piece of advice from years of wisdom could be a guiding light for the younger generation. Aging is not about waiting or reaching an endpoint. It is about embracing a new chapter with a deeper perspective. Each day we have a choice to live fully and meaningfully. Start with simple habits, appreciating what you have, reflecting on what truly matters, and sharing kindness with those around you. When we embrace these practices, we realize that regardless of age, we can still live a life filled with joy, peace, and connection. a life that is truly worth living. If this video brought you value or inspiration, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you won't miss our next update. Your support truly helps us keep creating meaningful content that supports your journey. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We appreciate you more than you know. Until next time, take good care, stay hopeful, and continue embracing each day with purpose and an open heart.